wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Thank you for your effort to attend this meeting. So right now we have 6 people in this meeting and I see everyone is here. Without waste our time, can we start the meeting?
Yes,
Yes,
Mrs.
Chairman.
Chairman.
Alright. Okay, the purpose of this meeting is to discuss how the company can support people with disability, and we will be talking based on the agenda from the notice of this meeting that had been given before this meeting was held. To begin, let's go over the minutes of our last meeting, which was held on 14 January 20 and 21. Has everyone read the minutes of the last meeting?
Yes,
Yes,
Mrs.
we are
Chairman.
ready.
Okay,
Yes.
6 people attended the last meeting and there was no absentee. Good. And items 2.1 and 2.2 are fine. And let's move to agenda. Firstly, it's about confirmation of minutes and then matters arising. I think there is no mistake and all the agenda is correct.
Sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Chairman. I think there is slight
Okay.
error with the spelling error Mrs. Hajika Anis' name, which is Hajika Anis without H, not Hajika Hanis. That's all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Zuriati, for highlighting that error. Ms. Hidayah, could you take note of that? And okay, what about the rest of the
Yes, Mrs.
minutes?
Chairman.
Thank you.
One more amendment, Mr. Chairman. I think
Yes.
there is a slight error in the name of venue. The name of the venue is Alamanda Meeting Room and not Alamanda Room.
Oh, okay. Please take note, everyone. And is there anything else to be amended? No.
No.
All right. Would
Maybe
someone move that the minutes of the last meeting be accepted?
I propose that the minutes of the previous meeting be accepted.
I second
Okay.
the
Thank
motion.
you. All right. Thank you, both of you. And if there are no more amendments, I hereby confirm the minutes of the last meeting. Okay, let's move on to item 2 on the agenda, which is matters arising about preparing for requirement. Ms. Suryati, can you brief us on that?
yes, definitely, Mrs. Khadija. Well, as we all know, we have prepared for the required recruitment for disability people, but we cannot find and attract application from as many qualified people with disabilities as possible. Therefore, I suggest that we should consult with the employment service for disabled person or another agencies by ensuring that job vacancies are publicized, such as on social media, radio, internet, are accessible for people with disability.
That's a brilliant idea. I am completely in favor of the idea.
I second the
Mhm.
motion.
Right. So it is agreed that the decision to publicize the employment service in social media. Next, I would like to give the floor to Ms. Hazika, who is going to tell us on financial report. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Assalamualaikum and hi. Well, as we all know, our company will launch several projects in conjunction supporting people with disabilities so that they can actively participate in the national workforce. Then, therefore, the total cost of expenses has been estimated, where has set aside a sum of RM 10,000. For information, head of department had been required to submit a proposal for the approval of the Human Resources Department.
I am fully in favor of the motion.
So it is agreed that the proposal will be carried out to the next meeting. Then I would like to hand it over to Ms. Atira, who is going to lead the next point. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, as we all know, now we are running our project to recruit new staff who are people with disability. So for this recruitment, some progress that I want to tell here that we are doing right now are provide some special facilities for people with disability. And those facilities that we are preparing, widening doorways to allow a wheelchair user to pass through. Then we give some advantage to people who are wheelchair user by transferring their workstation from upper floor to the ground floor. Besides, providing specially modified equipment such as special keyboard adapted for someone who has arthritis or a telephone adapted for someone who with a hearing impairment.
Sorry for interrupt, Mr. Atira and Mr. Chairman. I am afraid I am not quite clear on your point, Mrs. Atira. Could you repeat that, please?
Perhaps I should make that clearly by saying that we are preparing some special facilities for staff with people with disability, such as the ways for wheelchair users. Then we give some advantages to them by transferring to the ground floor if they work in the upper floor. And we also providing special equipment such as special keyboard adapted and a telephone adapted just for people with disability. That's all.
Thank you for your explanation, Mr. Atira.
Welcome.
That is a brilliant idea, Mrs. Atira. Next, my report is about in producing skills and educational opportunities for people. We are in the process in preparing in service training program and to make sure they are available and accessible for disabled person. That's all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Riyati. Alright, due to our previous meeting, we have discussed that disabilities workers may need a more flexible schedule due to certain appointment or medication plans. Therefore, we have offered them a flexible work schedule. Firstly, a flex time, which is a type of alternative schedule that gives a worker greater latitude in choosing his or her particular hour of work or freedom to change work schedules from one week to the next, depending on the employer's personal needs. Under a flex time arrangement, an employee might be required to work a standard number of core hours with a specified period, allowing the employer greater flexibility in starting and ending times. Next, we decided to reduce working hour for them. Employees may choose to work fewer than the standard 40 hours work week. This arrangement may be on a temporary or permanent basis depending on individual situation. Work hours may be negotiated or they may be chosen to coincide with peak work hours depending on the type of business. However, employer benefits and qualification for government programs such as employment insurance or pension plans may be affected and should be examined truly before starting a reduced hour or part-time arrangement. That's all from me.
Wow, sounds great. I second the motion.
Okay, so thank you everyone. Since there are no more objections, let's shelve the matter until further decisions. Then Ms. Hazika, could you give us the description on our project?
Yes, thank you, our beloved Chairman Siti Khadijah. All right, now I would like to present about the proposal named Nice Legacy Project Implementation Task Force. As a Malaysian, we need to enhance our efforts to uphold fairness and equality to people with disability. So I think this proposal can be well received because it is a measure of care and also the safety among people with disabilities. That's all from me.
That is a brilliant idea, Mrs. Hazika. I suggest that Mrs. Hazika Anis lead the team as head implementer in this program. So that I propose that we have a special meeting on this agenda soon.
I am fully in favor of the motion.
Since everyone is agree, so a team of implementer will be appointed to conduct the programs and Ms. Hazika as a head implementer. After that, Ms. Atira is going to tell us about the proposal on communication awareness. Welcome.
Definitely, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Alright, now I will present to all of you about our new program on communication awareness that will be conducted in the last week of February this year. First of all, the objective of this program is to make the disabled people to optimize their effectiveness in the workplace. Among the issues that we will be addressed in this program are improving their confidence level to communicate, then exchanging the information and creating a friendlier environment among workers. That's all from me.
That sounds like
Okay.
a very good idea, Miss Atira.
I am fully in favor of the
Do
motion.
you agree about the proposal?
Yes, I am completely agree.
I am fully in favor of the motion.
Okay. And I would like to suggest to calculate the amount of participant and the cost of the activities into the account and be reviewed. Um, Ms. Atira should prepare the proposal for the next meeting. Okay.
Alright.
And since everyone is in agreement, it is decided the progressing of the content and activities of the proposal will be discussed in the next meeting. And for the last person, Ms. Hidayah, could you brief us on our most important project?
Thank you, Mrs. Chairman. Well, as we all know, our company presented some programs to disabled people. Therefore, I suggest we collaborate in this program with others company. In my opinion, we can collaborate with a well-known company which is Putra Sendirian Berhad. This collaboration on this program conducted in the first week of March in this year. These collaboration are to raise fund for the needs of the disabilities people, such as wheelchair, Unicode braille characters, and provide new leaves. Unfortunately, we have some issues in this collaboration on this program, such as the needs provided are limited to certain people. We receive less response from others, and we also has expensive staff. That's all from me, Mr. Chairman.
You have a good idea, Mr. Hidayah.
Okay, oh yeah, don't forget to calculate the amount of the participant and the cost of the activities too into the account and it should be reviewed. Okay.
I second the motion.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Hidayah should prepare to the proposal for the next meeting. So we have reached an agreement to join venture with Imputra Sendirian Berhad and the fund will be discussed in our next meeting to know about the progressing. Is there anything else anyone would like to raise? And I suggest we go one by one. Why don't we start with Miss Irdina?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Well, I would like to make a complaint regarding our office workplace environment as I find out that it has causing uncomfortable. I think there is so many things need to fix. Firstly is air conditioner. As you guys can see as well, on the right of Mrs. Atira workstation, there is leaking and causing the floor wet and make all office got stand from our shoes. That is one thing, not only one air condition problem, even the main guest room also have the same problem. This will give bad impression toward our client. Second, photostat machine is broke down for at least I think has been 5 days without any notice yet to repair or maybe the technician is still not come yet. It has really made our daily task harder than before as we need to make a lot of copies of presentation, agreement paper and many. Therefore, I hope the management can cope this problem as soon as possible to maintain our productivity and quality. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Irdina. We move to the next person, Miss Hidayah.
Thank you, Mrs. Chairman. I suggest implementation to be conducted to look into this matter, and we must submit our full report to Human Resources Department.
Okay, that's all. Thank you. And then Miss Zuriati have something to say?
No, I have no objection. I agree all of the item. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. And next person is Miss Atira. Want to add something?
No, I don't have anything to say. I just fully agree with Miss Idrina report.
Okay, and for the last person, Miss Hazika, is there
There's no
anything
question.
else?
There's no question about it. I strongly agree both of you.
Okay, thank you very much all. So if there is nothing else, we can stop here. And can we schedule the next meeting, please?
Mrs. Chairman, based on the
Yes.
seriousness on this matter, I
Mm-hmm.
decided that we must conduct a special meeting to discuss this matter in 2 weeks.
Okay, I agree with you. And I hope everyone can take note with the date of the next meeting. And so that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attendance and attention. And the meeting is closed. See you at the next meeting. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam. Thank you,
Waalaikumsalam.
Mr.
Waalaikumsalam
Chairman.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you
Thank you
all.
all.